In today's lesson, we'll be modeling with algebra. The focus of today's lesson will be representing words with an expression or equation. A student makes $14 per hour and will receive a $100 bonus. After a period of time, they make $1,000 in total. We want to represent the situation with an equation. Let's start by breaking this down. Per can be represented with multiplication. Next, hour can be represented with a variable, and I'm going to use the variable of h. You can use any letter you want, but I'm going to use h since hour begins with the letter h. And last, total can be represented with addition. Let's put all of this together. 14 multiplied by h. Since this is a total, I'm going to add an addition sign right over here. 100 is going to come next, and this is all going to be equal to 1,000. In other words, this student makes $14 per hour and then gets a $100 bonus. In total, they make $1,000. Let's clean this equation up a little bit. We don't need this multiplication sign, so I'm going to rewrite this as 14h plus 100 equals 1,000. Remember, when you have a number and a variable side by side, there's actually a hidden multiplication sign. Roger charges a customer $1,000 for a phone, then $50 per month. After a period of time, the customer has paid $1,600 in total. I want to represent this situation with an equation. Let's start by breaking this down. Per can be represented with multiplication, while month can be represented with a variable. I'm going to use the variable of m since month begins with the letter m. And last, total can be represented with addition. Let's put all of this together. 50 multiplied by m, and since this is a total, I'm going to add an addition sign right over here, and I'm going to put $1,000 next. It's going to be equal to $1,600. In other words, a customer pays $50 per month, and then they also paid $1,000 for a phone. So in total, they will have paid $1,600 after an unknown period of time. Let's clean this equation up. We don't need this multiplication sign, so I can rewrite this as 50m plus 1,000 is equal to 1,600. Again, if you have a number and a variable side by side, there's actually a hidden multiplication sign between them. A bottle of hand sanitizer holds 500 milliliters. Each pump dispenses 10 milliliters of sanitizer. After a period of time, there is 250 milliliters of sanitizer left. I want to change this from words to an equation. Let's break this down first. The word each can be represented with multiplication. Next, the word pump can be represented with a variable. I'm going to use the letter P since pump begins with the letter P. Next, dispenses can be represented with subtraction, since when you dispense something, you're giving it out, so you're losing that amount. And last, left can be represented with an equal sign, since that is the amount of sanitizer remaining at the very end. Let's put all of this together. So your bottle of hand sanitizer starts with 500 milliliters. Now, since you're dispensing this, you're losing an amount. And you're losing 10 milliliters each pump. And at the end of this, you're going to have 250 milliliters left. In other words, our bottle starts with 500 milliliters, and we are going to dispense 10 milliliters each pump. And we're going to be left with 250 milliliters after a period of time. Let's clean this equation up. We don't need this multiplication sign, so I can rewrite this as 500 subtract 10p is equal to 250. Remember, when you have a number and a variable side by side, there is actually a hidden multiplication sign between them.